Welcome to One Woman. I'm your host, Sharla Brown, and today we have an extra special guest who came all the way from Indonesia to be here. It's my friend, and well, she's a student visiting. I have Deana Noviana. So welcome to the show, Deana.
Thank you so much.
So Deana, tell me a little bit about your journey to Canada.
Well, it was really long journey since I left my country, and I fly to Tokyo for the transit, and then next flight I came to Toronto, and then here I am in Thunder Bay.
Wow. And this was your first time ever leaving Indonesia?
Yeah, it is.
Wow. So we met 10 months ago through Ballywise. So just so our audience gets a little bit of a backstory, Deana was a student at Ballywise, and we helped sponsor that program through One Woman. So when I asked you about visiting Canada when I first met you, what did you think about that idea?
I think it would be a great idea for me, like I can improve my English skills there and then communications with native speakers, and yeah, it's just so excited because Canada is the great country which English is a native language there, so I feel so excited right now.
Yeah, and before you came here, what were your kind of ideas of what Canada would be like?
I already know, I think Canada would so super cold.
Yes.
Here's, yeah.
True, yes.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted you to come a little bit earlier so you could still experience some summer and fall and
yeah.
not just winter time. Yes.
But even summertime here, it's still cold for me actually, yeah.
Yes, compared to Indonesia for
Yeah.
sure. And so when we talked about you possibly coming to Canada, did you actually think that would actually come true?
At the first time, I didn't think it would become true because I don't have passport and so hard to get a visa to come here. But well, we just made it. Now I'm here.
Yes. Yeah. And I wasn't too sure either because I'd never done it before. I never had somebody visit from another country. So we did it together and it all worked out, didn't it? So what did you think when you first arrived here, when you first set foot in Canada, and now you've been here about a week, it'll be a week tonight. What did you think when you first arrived here? Is it what you thought it would be?
Oh, well, even until now, I just still can't believe it that I'm in Canada. Maybe I'm dreaming somewhere or... Yeah, yes. I just can't believe it that I'm here.
Yeah. And what are some of the differences that you notice between Canada and Indonesia? They're very different countries.
Yes, there are a lot of different things that I just find here, like the buildings, the people. And it's funny for me because it's hard for me to find Canadian people who love spicy food as well like Indonesian people, you know.
Yes. Yes. Sriracha has been your best friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's helped me so much. I'm so thankful for the company who made it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny. Yes. Well, I was worried a little bit because we were cooking food and you're like, it's not very spicy, but Canadian food is not, it's flavorful, but not necessarily spicy. And so, yeah, we fixed you with some sriracha sauce. That was good. What did your family think about you coming to Canada?
Actually, at the first time, they were afraid when they know that I will come here because they don't have any idea what will I do in here. But, well, I explained them and, yeah, now they are just so excited because I sent some pictures to them and they are still cannot believe it that they are after now in another country.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And how are you enjoying your time here? I know you've only been here a week so far. Are you liking Canada? Is it somewhere that you could see yourself that you would even live here sometime?
I already so in love with this country, especially you are taking care of me so well in here. You are bring me to meet with great people here, visiting great places. Yeah, so I just so in love with this place.
Yeah, and we're just getting things started. But what are some of your goals that you have while you're here in Canada? When you came here, what were some things that you wanted to accomplish?
Actually, my big goals while I stay here, I really want to speak English more, communicate with native speakers here more, and also I want to get some knowledges and more experiences.
Yeah, for sure. And you came here with a very good level of English. I know you get very self-conscious of your English and pronunciation, but you do such a wonderful job. But studying English can really help you even back in Indonesia, right?
Yes, it is.
So we met through an organization called Ballywise. So tell me a little bit about Ballywise and what they do.
Yeah, so Baliwise actually is about a hospitality program for 6 months for get a better access educations for girls in Indonesia, and we are learning and studying about hospitality for 3 months, and also after that we will get like a training placement, and it's located in Bali, Indonesia as well. Yeah.
Right. So all about the hospitality industry, which in islands like Bali are huge in the hospitality industry. So, you know, when you moved, you're going from Java to Bali, which, you know, Indonesia has many islands and they're all quite different. Did you notice many differences moving from Java to Bali?
Yeah, there are a lot of difference that I found in Bali, like a lot of traditional buildings there, temples, and the culture, because mostly Balinese people are Hindus, but in Indonesia, I mean in Java, there are a lot of Muslims there.
Right. Yeah. So lots of differences. And I would guess a lot more tourists because Bali is such a tourist place. So did you see more people from all different countries and cultures there more so than you saw in Java?
Yeah, and I feel so excited because of that too. Like, yeah, I feels like if when I was in Bali, I feels like I'm not in Indonesia because there are a lot of tourism there. There are a lot of tourists, foreigners, some things like that. But yeah, it was fun.
Awesome. And how did you find their program when you wanted to apply? Because you lived in Java, you know, a different island. How did you know about their program and what was it like? Why did you want to apply for it?
I found it on internet when I tried to looking for something, and then I tried to read about their programs, and it's just make me so excited because they are have an hospitality industries there, and yeah, it's just make me interested to apply for their program, so that's why I applied for it.
And they're a free, it's a free program. They sponsor girls to be able to attend the program, which is wonderful for girls in Indonesia, I think, because education can be really difficult.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit about how their program works.
Yeah, so there are two ways if you want to apply that, like through the internet or you come to their place directly, and then after that they give us some English exams, interviewing, and they give the result that we got accepted or not, and then we are learning and studying as well about hospitality for 3 months, and then we can choose, do you want to take food and beverage programs or front office, culinary, spa, back office, or something like that. And then they will give us a training placement.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it is.
And so it's 6 months and you are 3 months in classroom. And you stay right there in the dorm.
Dormitory, yeah.
Right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, but we're going to be right back with Deana and talk more about her time at Baliwise and what that experience was like for her. Welcome back to One Woman. I'm your host, Sharla Brown, and if you're just tuning in, I've been speaking with Deana Noviana. She's come all the way from Indonesia, and she's here chatting to us about kind of her life in Indonesia, her travels here to come and visit Canada. And before the break, we were chatting about your time at Baliwise. So you are now staying at Baliwise with probably maybe 20 or 30 girls who are in the program. And what was that like, sharing kind of a dorm? What was that experience like with all these other girls around the same age? Because I think they'd have girls there between 18 and maybe 24.
Yeah,
20 something, 24 maybe, or 25. And so was that fun for you?
It was really fun, like because mostly people are come from different places in Indonesia. We can sharing our knowledge together, and then we know about our culture each other together. And sometimes actually at the first time they are like not that talking much, but as long as we'll stay there longer, they get more crazier, some things like that. And yeah, I just miss them because there are a lot of fun things that we are just pass while we are in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's fun, I think, when everybody's learning together, right?
Yeah.
And what were your favorite subjects and things that you studied while you were there?
I like food and beverage programs there, and I like spa because we can like know about girly things in spa, something like that. Yeah,
right.
That's one of my favorite lessons. Yeah.
Awesome. So, and why do you think it is that the girls really enjoy studying at Valleywise and want to go there?
Because not only studying, we are also do like fun things, like we are going to recycling soap, and we have a Zumba class as well.
Right.
Yeah, there are a lot of things we do except studies there. Yeah.
Right. And also you're learning skills there. So it's not just studying and learning about the hospitality and learning about English or improving your English. It's also actual skills training so that you can gain a better job that when you graduate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what are some of the other things that you loved about your time at Valleywise, and that after 6 months that you felt that you left there learning?
Pardon, like what
are the things that you loved the most about
when I spend our time together in dormitory, that one of the most things that I love there. Yeah, because we are learning together, like I told you, and then we do some crazy stuff there, so that's why I really miss that moment.
Right. And you had a 3-month placement, so you chose food and beverage. So the girls have a choice between different, if they want to take culinary or spa services or hotel front desk or food and beverage. You chose food and beverage as your choice.
I chose.
And you actually spent 3 months at a beautiful hotel and resort to learn your skills training. So what was that experience like?
I really enjoyed that experience because I can get more knowledge there, and I know more about food and beverage, and also I did it directly, and I can get a communication directly with the foreigners and guests there. And yeah, I did a lot of many things there, like
Yeah, it's one thing, I think, to sit in a classroom and learn, but it's different when you can actually go and put those things into practice, speak English to some of the tourists, and actually use those skills that you learned, right?
All right.
Awesome. So we met when we had a group from our empowerment trip that came and visited Valleywise. So we do trips every year to different countries, and we visit a lot of the partner organizations that we work to help empower women and girls in this world, whether it's through education, through skills training, or through entrepreneurship programs. So when we went to Bali, I think there was 10 or 11 of us that came to Valleywise, and we spent the day together. What did you think of this group coming in, and how was the day for you? Let's talk a little bit about what that day looked like.
Yeah, me and my friend was really excited at the time because that's the first time for us to exchange our knowledge together with the people come from another country, especially Canada. And yeah, as you know, we did many things there, like recycling soap, and also learning Indonesian language and learning Balinese traditional too. And yeah, it was just so fun.
It was a fun day, and we spent the whole day together, and it was nice just being able to learn from each other, because we got to learn about each other's cultures, and we got to do some really fun activities together. The soap making recycling project I thought was really interesting, because what Valleywise does is they collect the soaps that are barely used from the hotels that's in Bali. They disinfect the soaps. They break them down, turn them into new soaps, and deliver them to villages that don't have the money to be able to access things like soap for their families, or that it's very expensive in Bali to do, or in Indonesia to do that, which I think is wonderful. We also learned a little bit of Balinese and Bahasa, which is the Indonesian language. So what's interesting about Indonesia is that, you know, the islands have a local language as well as Bahasa, which is the national language. And that's the part that Deana taught. So she was a tough teacher, I think, teaching us.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes, because what was interesting was she would put the words on the board so we could see them. And we learned all of them, but then she erased them all, so we had nothing to cheat with anymore, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So maybe let's say, what's a few words in, all I remember is terima kasih, which is thank you, right?
Thank you, yeah.
Yes. And how do you say hello?
Hello, actually, hello is just hello in Indonesia.
Yes?
Yeah, it's just same as foreigner as well, but we have another greetings from morning to evening. Yeah.
Yes. So how's good day?
Semoga harimu menyenangkan.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
See, I'm glad you're learning English and I'm not having to learn Indonesian, because I think that's where you would have lost me for sure. Yes. So let's talk a little bit about after girls graduate and even in high school. You know, is it difficult for girls to find work in Indonesia and to be able to support themselves?
Yeah, it's a bit difficult for us because, you know, they need a good qualified and also a good education, a good skills like that. And yeah, it's hard also for us to support ourselves because sometimes they are unfair, like girls are paid less.
Girls are paid less than boys. Yeah, and I think that's quite common in Indonesia to get. So it's hard for a girl to just support herself. Lots of times does she need to get married early or live with her family until she maybe gets married? Is that very common in Indonesia?
Yeah, it is, because mostly girls are still depends with someone, so that's why.
Right,
yes,
right.
That happens.
And how difficult is it for girls to be able to continue their education after they finish high school?
Yeah, it's a bit hard for us too, because, you know, like the system of our education is a bit complicated actually, and the national exam is really hard for us, so that's why it's hard for girls, actually not only girls but boys too, to continue our educations in college or university after high school. Yeah.
Right, and it's paid for up until high school, so up till grade 12 is your education paid for?
In the high school?
Yes.
No, we are for the public high school, actually we didn't need to pay.
Okay, it's free.
For it, yeah.
It's free up till grade 12, but after that, if you wanted a higher education, go to college or university, you're paying for it either through a public or a private university.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's where the challenge is it can be very expensive.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take another quick break, but we're going to come right back with Deana and chat more about her story. Welcome back to One Woman. I'm your host, Sharla Brown, and on today's show, we've been talking with Deana Noviana. She's came all the way from Indonesia. She's spending some time in Canada, and she's here until the end of December, taking some English classes and just exploring our country, learning a little bit about the culture. So, we're talking a little bit about what it's like living as a girl in Indonesia. We talked a little bit about finding work. We talked a little bit about, continuing education after high school, which both those things can be challenging for a girl. So, what's one thing that you would like to see changed for girls in Indonesia?
I really want to see Indonesians girl has a good skills and a better access to educations like that. So it will be good for them to find a good job, and
And is that something that you find makes you sad sometimes, is just the challenges it is to do the things that you'd like to do, whether it's education or gaining those skills? Is that sad for you sometimes, or?
Yeah, because mostly some Indonesian girls are, because they are hard to continue their education or some things like that, and also has less family income. Some of them are trying to go to something bad like prostitution or human trafficking like that.
Yeah, and that's sad. You know,
Yeah,
that's a
it's
sad
very
reality
sad.
for a lot of
Yeah.
girls in those countries, and you know that's why we do the things that we do. Is we love to be able to help girls
Yeah.
to be able to have those choices for education and skills training, and or to start businesses so that they can support themselves and to support their
Yes.
families. Absolutely. So, what would you like to be when you get older? I know you're only 19 right now. You still got lots, and you think about it all the time. We have these conversations all the time. So, what would you like to be when you get older?
Well, actually, I just want to be a better person. I want to be a success person. I want to having a good job. I want to have a good family or something like that. And I wish one day I can help people who they need our help or something like that.
Yeah, well, there's no doubt in my mind that you will do all those things and that you'll be a very successful person.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about, you know, who's someone who's your role model in life, and is there anybody out there who inspires you?
Yes, there is a famous writer that inspired me so much. It's J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling,
yeah.
author of Harry Potter, very
Yeah.
famous woman. And so why does she inspire you?
Because, you know, I really, really love Harry Potter. I watched the whole movies of them, and then I want to try to find who's the smart person who created that movie, and then I just found the writers J.K. Rowling, and it shocked me that their life isn't that happy like as we think. So yeah, she is struggling with her life until she is success like this.
Yes, and she very much struggled. She was a single mom.
Yeah.
She had to receive a lot of government assistance because, you know, she just lived a life that, you know, struggled a lot.
Yeah.
And she was turned down by many publishing companies. You know, it was like a dozen no's that she got when she submitted her book requests. And then finally, life changed, right?
That's why she has inspired me so much.
Yes, I love that story. So tell me, what are some things that you're most excited about for your life?
Well, I really, really want to do some things new that I've never been tried before. So that's why it makes me excited. Yeah.
And how about snow? Does that excite you?
Of course it is, because you already know that in Indonesia we only have 2 seasons, and it's really, really make me excited that will be the first time I see a snow in Canada.
Yes.
Yeah, in my life too.
Yes. Well, we'll see. Maybe seeing it once or twice will be exciting, and maybe after a month, maybe it won't be as exciting. We'll see. We will see.
Yeah, but I'm ready. Even I know it will be so cold.
Yes.
It will be super cold.
Yes. Well, we got you a winter jacket, so I think you will be good. What do you feel is the best quality that you feel like you've been given?
Well, I like when I trying to give an advice to my friend when they ask me something, when they are trying to share a story to me and they need some advices, and I love that. I like to give an advice to my friend when needed.
Yeah, and I can tell you're a very caring person, that you care about other people and their feelings.
Yeah.
Yes. And if you could meet any person in the world, who would it be and why?
Can I meet with the Justin Trudeau? I really want to tell him about that. I really want to be a Canadian, actually.
Well, you never know. Maybe somebody will see it and they can send it to him. So you love Canada that much? Yeah,
I really love this place so much. A lot of things that I just found here, and it made me so in love with here. Yeah.
Yes. Well. Yeah, it's and you got to meet Patty Haidu, and so I told her that Patty Haidu is our Minister of Employment and also our local representative government person here, and she works with Justin Trudeau, so she got to meet kind of one of the people that definitely work with him every day, so that's exciting.
Really sweet.
Yes. So last question before we wrap up. If this was a magic wand and I could make any dream come true for your life, what would it be?
Can you make me be a better person or some things like that? Yeah.
You are a very good person, Deana. You already are. You already are.
I hope so.
Yes, you absolutely are. I see so many wonderful qualities in you. And I want to thank you for sharing your story on our show today with all the people who are watching today. You are an inspiring young lady. You're a brilliant young lady, and I'm excited that I could share Canada with you for a little while, and that you also got to share your country with me last year, which was wonderful. So thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you for being here, and I want to thank all of you for tuning in today. Be sure to watch next week with more on One Woman.